Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bright Ops, and welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. Where last time we made it all the way to the swamp. Alright, let's go check out Gatorman Hamlet. This stump really stinks. Barf, barf. Is there a scientific reason for that? Well, yeah, I mean, there's a scientific explanation for everything. That's what science is. Chemistry isn't my speciality, but I think basically it's because decaying plant matter produces methane, and that mixes with sulfur in the mud, resulting in pesimal smellification. That's flammable though, right? That's flammable though, right? Could you use it to power your robot or something? I don't want my robot to smell like egg farts, but here, if you want to experiment, when I'm not around, I'll bottle some for you. Condensed swamp gas. Increases damage to magic weapon attacks. Okay. Let's see, the guards stop in their tracks and start sniffing around suspiciously. They're almost certain to notice you if you get any closer. Staying put isn't an option here. Which way do you want to go? Okay, let's just retreat a little bit. Can we... Oh. The handle on the fridge is busted. There's going to be a headache come lunchtime. Try and open the door. No dice, and no door opening either. Whoever smashed in the handle wanted to keep you out, or keep something in. A magical talking sandwich, maybe. Force the door. With great effort, you force the door open. Released from his refrigerated cage, a cold man squirms out into the muck, gasping for air. My God, you are my savior. One more day trapped in there, I would have succumbed completely to despair. Who are you? I am Fabian, an illustrator of the natural sciences. Arid steppes, glittering bergs of ice, but lately my interests have taken me to these damp lands. I am in my soggy period. How'd you get in there? I was travelling to the swamp to sketch the native cypress, only to be caught in a net by these Gator-esque men. At first, they allowed me to roam within the confines of this camp, but then I shouted for help at a passing. But when I shouted for help at a passing truck, I was put into the refrigerator. What truck? It hurtled through the camp like a bat out of hell. It was a boy and a girl at the wheel, and I called out, "Stop! I am a prisoner! Take me with you!" But they drove on. What makes a person do that? Where was the truck headed? North of here, I'm sure of it. North, huh? And since that driver at Largemouth Bass and Sons was confident the truck could only make it 11 miles at most, if you subtract from 11 the distance between this camp and the fishery, seized with deductive euphoria, you do some quick calculations, which in your haste come out very wrong. You do them again, not rushing it this time, and produce a promising lead. Ask about Charles. Have you come across my friend out here, Charles Wallace? Charles? No, I would remember meeting someone with such an unusual name. Do you know of a creature called Occam's Gator? Occam's Gator. Supposedly a large gator with two tails who breathes smoke from its nostrils. Oh yes, I think you are describing my mother-in-law. Ha ha. Okay, so you don't know. No, and I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. Melina has always been kind to me. Okay. Every weekend she bakes me a bowl of nougat. I apologize, Melina. If you want to leave, the way out is more or less clear. I do want to leave, that is a good guess. If we ever meet again, it would honor me to paint your portrait. I am an artist, as you know. I cannot paint you right away, as I am in my soggy period, but if I conclude that work, or if you become soggy, well, who knows. Let's see, what if I put this on? The soggy tricorn hat. Oh, I suppose that does make you look a little soggy. Soggy enough for minor work. One moment. You're doing it now? Fabian makes some leisurely brushstrokes in a notebook. Voila, it is done. Can I see it? Fabian flips the notebook over. It's certainly the soggiest you've ever looked. The pages themselves are wet, otherwise it's a fair likeness. I am most obligated. I think this will really make them laugh at the Louvre. Wait, laugh? Why? Oh, don't worry about it. Jerk. Let's see. Yeah, we had this one, didn't we? I hope we meet again. I am not in a refrigerator when we do. A safe hanging in an unusual manner from the ceiling. It's got a combination lock on it and you don't know the combination. Let's see. A sleeping Gatorman. Unless he's lying about being asleep, do not let him lie. Let's see. Okay, if you say so, what would you like to do as an alternative to letting this Gatorman continue sleeping? Let's see. Let's search him. You reach into the water and carefully grope the Gatorman's pockets. At least you hope those are pockets. You find a scrap of paper. It's a combination to a Gatorman safe. 3 numbers too repulsive to even display here. Eureka. You dial in the horrible combination and open the safe. Meat. You know what? Screw it. Let's just fight him. We shall fight them on the beaches. Damn, say what you will, these bastards have a lot of... Let's say it's going to make a punch of mushroom, which will have unpredicted effects. Well, I guess we'll armor up just to start with, to see what happens. And chill. Zap. Alas, we zapped the two that... We zapped the ones that simply would not have done anything. Alright, let's finish off the healer. And unleash more zapping. Turns out these gators should have been avoiding you. I am the terror that stalks the swamp. Oh, okay. Hang on a second, I need to adjust my robot a little. She opens it up and tweaks some of its insides, then gives a satisfied nod. What did you do? Mostly just flush some extraterraneous safety protocols. Won't that make it unsafe? Yeah, but hopefully just for our enemies. Clarence gets more powerful. They must be the second shift. Luckily, they're all facing the other way. We shall ambush them! How dare you attack my turtle? Elemental armor and... Yes, we shall be awesome. And chill. Shelby, no! How dare you! How dare you, Gatorman Weed Lord! Alright. We can just quickly kill you. And... Zap. Okay, Rage. Gatorman Rage Jerk. You've dispatched the guard gators and your path forward is clear. Nasty Pastry, Swan Punch, and Shelby is stronger. Gatormen are remarkably good at building fires in a couple inches of water. A forge, presumably for hammering on terrible gator metals. This seems to be where the Gatormen store all their terrible filth. Looks about right. A rack of horrible looking weapons. We got a frogging fork. You grab the most appropriate one. See, deals your mysticity plus 5 physical damage and heals you for 3. Damn, that's not a bad weapon. A terrible rusty metal fridge dangles from the ceiling of this terribly rusty metal hovel. Weird, none of the stuff is even perishable. Let's see, dried swamp meat and swamp mushrooms. Not sure what a mushroom does, but it does. This Gatormen seems less aggressive than is typical for these guys. Hello there. Great human. Not eat. Great. Thanks, I appreciate that. You seem a bit more relaxed than the rest of the Gator folk. Yes, everyone crazy. Don't know reason. Not belong. Leave swamp. Where will you go? Don't know. Wander? Oh, like a hobo. Hobo? What that? Basically, someone who travels from place to place because they're looking for work or just don't have anywhere specific to be. Yes, hobo gator. First, though, need weapon. Defend self. Asking about hobo code. Do you know any hobo code you could teach me? Hobo code? What that? Oh, right, you wouldn't know any yet. It's like little symbols that hobos use to leave messages for other hobos. Here, I can show you some of the basic ones. You teach him the symbols for safe camp, crop seer, and the increasingly rare and exciting pie on windowsill. Let's see. We are going to give him... Let's see, for... Yeah, we'll give him the frogging fork. How about this frogging fork? No thanks, weapon weak, need power. Okay, I'll try and find something stronger. So 5 base damage, she needs stronger weapon. Try the frat pedal. How about this waterlog frat pedal? Yes, good, this weapon's strong. Safe now, thank you, human. No problem. You know, there's a bunch of hobos collecting in a camp outside of Ocean City. They're pretty accepting people. I don't think they'd mind you joining. Plus, it'd be handy to have some muscle around the place. Sound good. I go. He waves goodbye and stomps out the door. Okay. This is apparently where the Gatormen keep their billions upon billions of swarming bugs. I mean, we'll give it a try. Swarm of swamp bees. And the swamp mega mosquitoes, who have been defeated. Damn, swamp bees poison you for a lot. Well, they're dead now. You reduced the number of bugs in this terrible building by, let's say, 359. Okay. Yeah, this is very much a case of we will never quite get rid of it all. Amphibious truck. A portly man in a white linen suit, sitting in a wicker chair in a flat-bottomed boat, is being fanned by 2 large bats as he pulls his craft through the murky swamp water. Ah, sir, pardon me, young man, but might I prevail upon you to lend me some navigatory assistance? I consider myself a man with a sense of direction, but I must admit this bayou has got me turned right around. Well, to start with, you're way too far west to call this swamp a bayou. Well, now, I may be just a simple country Dracula, but I've thought I could tell the difference between the bayou and some damned Yankee swamp. Have I really missed Louisville by that much? I'm afraid so. By more than 800 miles as the bat flies? Well, tarnation. I'll never make it to the Derby at this rate, and I'm so looking forward to that mint julep. Reckon I'll just have to make do with a... Is that your name? Is your name Mary by any chance? No, it's Bright Ups. A bloody Bright Ups. Well, any port in a storm, as the poet said. You know what? Help him out. Let's help him out. Give him magic. How about instead of drinking me, you let me put a couple of navigation and velocity spells in your boat? You could still make it to the Derby in time for last call. Well now, son, if you can accomplish that, I'd be right indebted to you. He casts a charm on his boat to create a strong water current beneath it, and he zips away with a yee-haw. Navigation spells, on the other hand, are clearly not your thing, and anyway, you haven't got any idea how to get to Kentucky from here. That will probably be less of a problem for him than the fact that he's now traveling on running water, though. And there's nothing amphibious about this truck. Alright. See the cab doors limply from its hinges. Pull it open. The truck has been abandoned for some time. There is nobody inside unless they are very small and hiding. Are they? Small and hiding? No. Search the seats. A newspaper left on the passenger seat is opened to the classified ads. Circled are advertisements for Mr. Rat's Hotel for Working Women and The Docks. Take the paper? You don't need it, it's yesterday's news. Search under the seats. The gas tank is located underneath the driver's seat, which has the advantage of lowering the truck's center of gravity. This gas tank is empty, which has the disadvantage of the truck not working. You also notice a tiny glint of metal. A key. Small L, B, and S key. Let's see, maybe it opens the lock back home. Close the door. Anything else in here? Yep, close the door. Eat the engine. You can't eat something just because it's cooked. Eat the engine. It's far too large to eat. Eat it. It is not possible to eat an engine. It would kill you to even try. Guarding yourself against the overbearing heat, you wrench open the coal and peer through the smoke, only to find that someone has beaten you to it. The engine has already been eaten. Next chance I get, I'm eating an engine. Sure. Let's see. Doesn't appear to be much in the way of truck here anymore. How's you holding up, Simon? Yeah, you're fine. Doesn't seem to be much left at the abandoned truck, so back home. As you pick your way through the muck of the swamp, you encounter one of those newfangled dimensional half boxcars. Wait a minute, there's no such thing as a diagonal half boxcar. It's just a regular boxcar half sunk into the swamp. It's kind of out of the way, but let's go visit it. Let's see, anything else? This looks very dangerous. Climb it anyway. Everything has predictably fallen off of this table. These poetry books are all full of slight rhymes. This would fail a railroad safety inspection for at least 2 reasons. You are perplexed by the hobo's decision to sleep with his head pointing downhill. It's a diagonal hobo, though I suppose from your perspective he looks normal. Oh hi, sorry, I didn't know anyone was living here. I suppose I should stop being surprised by that. That's quite alright. I am Peregridge Daffian. Welcome to my humble abode. Thanks, I'm Bright Ups Greywood. Nice boxcar you've got here, apart from it being a little steep. Steep? Oh yes, you know, I've grown so accustomed to it, the tilt, I hardly notice anymore. Apart from when I try to play marbles. Your game must really be going downhill. Yes, quite. Ask him some questions. Your accent is different from most hobos I've met. Well, my family is from old money, you see. How old? Old enough that it all turned to dust. All that remains is a rambling old manor house that I can't afford to maintain. So I decided that this would be a splendid opportunity to expand my horizons. The horizon is typically a bit more level. Why are you living in a boxcar in a swamp? Well, to be honest, it's been difficult to part with the old estate. This is as far as I've been able to get before the homesickness becomes overwhelming. Ah, how bittersweet. Indeed. I wonder, could you spare the time to help me? I could be done with the place if I had a proper souvenir, specifically my father's collection of antique padlocks. And you can't get them yourself because of the memories? It's more a lack of memories. I've forgotten where the keys are. Sure, I'll help. Thank you. There are 11 locks altogether. Except they won't actually be all together, will they? I'm afraid not, no. Here, I'll mark the location of the house in your... Is this a sponge? Location. There's also something I should tell you about the house. Oh good, here it comes. I just wanted to let you know there aren't any ghosts haunting the property. There aren't any? That's correct, not a one. My family never suffered any violent or traumatic deaths. This is something you felt you had to warn me about. Not really a warning as such, I just thought you might like to know. Huh. Well, okay, thanks. I'll be right back with your 11 padlocks. Let's see. Pricks up. You know, that's... All of a sudden, you hear a Gatorman screaming wildly at your left. And then, as just suddenly another Gatorman starts screaming to your right. What the? You hear an angry snarl behind you and turn around. Another Gatorman. Oh no. Oh yes, and then you hear someone say, ugh, behind you to turn around again. There's another Gatorman, you're surrounded. Well, crap. We shall fight them off. Greeting, Rufus sent me to help. Shelby, no! How dare you! Elemental armor, normal armor. Let's see. See if we can get rid of the rage jerk. Let's see. One of us will throw a sword at it. Right, yep, there we go. Zap. No, Clarence. Clarence has been driven back. Though the rage jerk has also been, you know, knocked down. So, yay. Oh, ow! Jesus Christ. These bastards hit for a lot. Okay, we're not dead. So you're gonna die. Take the bleed. And zap. Victory is ours. You won. Jeez, maybe that'll teach him not to sneak up on a guy like that. XP, meat, swamp mushroom, and nasty pasty. Well, let's see. Oh, a Moxius mudbloom. Gather its nectar for stylish gel. Okay, we could squeeze through the fence, but let's talk to him first. A very clean booth for such a muddy henge. Welcome to Mudhenge. What is this place? Friend, it's Mudhenge. What's that? It's one of the area's most popular henges. Folks travel from all over to see this mysterious mud. I've heard of Stonehenge. Is it like that? I don't see the comparison. You don't? She sighs. Look, we could talk for hours about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big. Stonehenge is strong. I've gone over all this, so with respect, what I'm interested in talking about is Mudhenge, which is a formidable monument in its own right, and so much more than a first draft of Stonehenge, as they sometimes say in the magazines. What's so special about Mudhenge? Special? Well, during the swamp solstice, it's said that the needle of a compass placed upon the central altar will point not to west, but secret west, where lies the thing you need the most. That's special enough for you? When is the swamp solstice? If you're in a swamp, it's pretty much always the swamp solstice. What is secret west? I'm no mystician, but secret west is the direction which lies that thing your heart is most missing. And it's said that a compass laying on the altar of Mudhenge during the swamp solstice will point to secret west. That was the object of the Mudhenge Challenge, but of course, we don't run the Challenge anymore. Too hard, too many missing presumed deads. What does that mean, thing your heart is missing most? Well, it's kind of up to you. Up to your heart, that is. Could be a secret crush, that new job, maybe just a piece of bread. Let's see, I know my wallet's missing more meat. Heck, I don't know if I've even got a heart that works. Well, whatever you're missing, maybe you'll find out. Out the secret west way. I'd like to visit Mudhenge. Well, and why wouldn't you? It's the best and most mysterious henge this side of the border. A mission is to meet. What border? I believe that's all of them. It's all of them. Here. I knew you wouldn't be able to come all this way without seeing the famous Mudhenge. Here's a pamphlet that goes just about everything we know about the history of the ancient monument. I'm also looking for someone. Charles Wallace, about my height, similar build. Another missing person? Another? I don't mean to upset you. Mudhenge can be difficult. Some folks have a habit of walking into Mudhenge and never coming out. That's why we don't promote the Mudhenge challenge anymore. That doesn't sound like a challenge. That sounds like that sounds sort of like murder. But it's that very real risk of going missing that makes Mudhenge such a popular destination for tourists. Tourists want to go missing? Oh sure, folks get their thrills in different ways. But in the end we all got to get them. Me, I like to make earrings out of live scorpions. Is that dangerous? Mostly for the grasshoppers on my shoulders, but again, they need the thrill. So have you seen Charles? Sorry, couldn't tell you. Folks don't always leave a name when they visit. You don't have a guest book? Used to, then one night I wandered into the Mudhenge and never came back. I'll be on my way then. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Oh, hobo code. According to this, there's an old boxcar nearby that the railroad company abandoned when it sank into the swamp. You've already read it. It just mentions the old sunken boxcar nearby. It doesn't seem to have any bearing on Mudhenge at all. Weird. So this leads to there. Oh, here we go. Translate. Translated, the message on the rock reads, Drowned Mary's crown is buried past the huge tower. Huh. Huge... Oh, hello. We are not in the same... What's that over to the east? Oh, it's a Gatorman. This crazed Gatorman appeared out of nowhere and is champing at the bit to make sure you're nowhere 5 minutes from now. Clean as clock. Alright. You know what, might as well just buff ourselves up. He ate a mushroom and he's now poisoned. Idiot. The Gatorman's rallies for another round, but a hand raises from the swamp and drags him down screaming. A backpack stashed in the swamp to contain a certain illicit material. Parental guidance is advised. There's a complete change of clothes in the sack and a black embossed card sticking out of the back pants pocket. Drowned Mary's crown is buried past the huge tower. A phrase so nice you've read it twice. Turn the card over. The nudist's creed. Nothing is worn. Everything is visible. Huh. You elect to leave everything in the bag where you found it. Nothing is your size anyway. See anything else in the region, or... Oh yeah, the... So if I have to guess, there's probably a place in the there's probably like a place in the henge where all the things are up at once. Actually, wait a second. Read. Little's known about the history of Mudhenge. Well, that fucking sucks. Oh, hello, another Gatorman. Stop! More gators. How the hell are we meant? Just the Gatormen won't come and play. Okay. I'm guessing there's some sort of trick to this place, but I have no idea what it is. Oh boy. No, strictly speaking, do I really... No, strictly speaking, do I know the way out? Oh boy. What is your secret? Alright. I thought that might have been a thing. Apparently not. You know, maybe let's go to the Dolphin House first, just to honk. A thunderous honk rattles the trees. Birds flee, fish hide. You do not know what creature gave this honk, but you know it rules the swamp through fear. Let whatever it is rule the swamp today. Phew, finally found you. How'd you find me? Well, I just whipped up a little program to be determined to the most the statistically likely place you go next. Gosh, am I that predictable? Everybody is with the right maths. Okay, this door is padlocked. Okay, it looks like this car was left to rot. Unfortunately, it hasn't been rot enough for you to get past the locked door. Jimmy it open. You unlock the car, destroying the hangar in the process. You search the car, it's empty except for a glove box, which turns out to actually be a key box. The key inside is not the key to this car, and if you have a sense of humor like mine, you'll agree that this is a real shame. Let's see. Padlock key tarnished. Click, you pop the lock off and the door unlatches with an ominous creak. We got a padlock. Enter the garage. A workbench covered with tools, all rusted past the point of usefulness, even as bludgeons. Old Dolphin never got sick of ties. Some say that the most powerful tool is a padlock. It's really more the opposite of a tool, though, because it obstructs rather than facilitates what you're trying to do. These cinder bricks are totally waterlocked. Wait a second. One of these blocks has the telltale glow of mana moss infestation. You drain the moss of its glowing juices. Another one of those these Gatorman campsites. Maybe the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way. This campsite is similar to the previous one. A lot of these Gatorman tracks and a lot of discarded trash. These Gatormen sure are slobs. You also found a 15 to 16 combination wrench labeled CW. Looks like you're on the right track at least. Charles's other wrench. Let's see. Okay. This tree has a hole in it. Conveniently, the hole is slightly larger than your hands. Honestly, for what is ostensibly a horror game, we've had a few too many opportunities for you to stick your hand in a suspiciously dark hole. Let's see. You slowly reach inside the dark hole. It's damp and ominous, and then, you find a key. Sorry that scream wasn't really justified. Let's see. Padlock, key, mossy. Nope, it's not that one. The front door of Delphin Manor is unlocked. Apparently, Mr. Delphin's love of padlocks was unrelated to basic home security. This door is padlocked. The basement of this house is predictably completely flooded. You'd need some kind of breathing apparatus if you want to go down there. A fancy store-bought radio. You tune the radio to WGCR and hold Rufus's gadget up to it. The thing clicks a few times and a little needle on it goes up to 1. Fancy serving cart. It's one of those fancy serving carts they use in posh hotels and in posh manor houses, apparently, with a big silver platter covered in a dome-shaped lid. Just the right size to hide a severed head? Or a roast of some kind? You cautiously reach out and grip the handle, then take a deep breath. Slowly lift the lid, tilting your head to peek underneath. Oh, it's empty. Disappointment. Enough fine china to feed an army, if only you could get past the padlock, and if you were in command of the world's hoity-toityest military. No padlocks on the dining table. It's both a rule and an observation. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Kelpimena Delphin died of natural causes. Let's see. Mopey Delphin died of natural causes. Horston Delphin died of natural causes. Goldilocks Delphin, natural causes. Fancyworth and... oh, Beasley died of natural causes. This couch faces the wall. It must have been the Dolphin family's punishment couch. Let's see. This bathtub is full of steaming blood. Oh no, wait. The red is just light coming through a stained glass rose hanging in the bathroom window. That really doesn't really explain why the water is still hot, though. Yeah, let's go fishing. You managed to reel something in. Soggy used bandage. Handful of clean water and a wet cigarette. Sorry. And nasty goo. It looks like you caught everything, and... it doesn't work. Maybe something's wrong in the tank. Let's see. Oh, here's your problem. There's a key stuck in the float valve hinge flange. Let's see, any... oh, we can unlock this one. Hooray! The second floor of the house. Some dirt in a planter where presumably a plant in a planter once stood. A toy box is disappointingly empty. Not even a BB gun or a creepy doll. Maybe the doll's hiding elsewhere. This nightstand drawer has one empty drawer and one locked drawer. An eerie, ghostly sound is coming from inside it. A comfortable-looking bed, free of bloodstains or vaguely person-shaped lumps under the blanket. Check into the pillow. Ooh, somebody must have traded in a key-shaped tooth. Nope, it's not for this one. Robo-jobs are very important in old houses like this that didn't have built-in closets to keep skeletons in. Let's see, you relieve the furniture of its contents, none of which are skeletal unless you count the coat hanger. Coat wire and some work pants. Okay. A shelf full of books about sports. The titles are all too boring for me to even tell you what they are. Nothing's hiding underneath the bed, except dust. Okay, that door's padlocked. You can unlock this one. Open. There's a little jewelry box on the table. It contains, to your non-surprise, jewelry. Perfectly normal jewelry. Let's see. Porkia spangle, and a snake tooth ring. Fancy nice sand, search it. Let's see, it's disappointingly unfancy. Got a match, a paperclip, and a padlock key. This bed looks inviting, but nobody seems to have accepted the invitation for quite some time. The side checked is locked, and easily big enough to hide a skeleton in, or even a whole body. See, a fancy vanity, which appeals to your pedestrian vanity. Let's see, radium rouge, whatever. Let's see, do we have the key for this one? Yes, we do. Ah, we've made it to the attic. You assume that Delphin was superstitious enough to not store any padlocks on the east side of his attic. That's how you get family curses, probably. Let's see, this workbench is strewn of bits and gizmos and bits of gizmos. Amongst all that, you find what looks like a miniature radio carved from driftwood. Yeah, a radio small enough to carry. Amazing. Maybe if you listen to it paradoxically, it'll warn you about any nearby monsters that are actually manifestations of your repressed traumas. Or maybe it'll give you the baseball scores. Alright, build a better radio and the world will beat a path to your door. A better one than this one, I mean. Okay. A lot of boxes, but none of them say padlocks on them, and you're not motivated to search them otherwise. Who knows what grisly things you might find. Okay, we just got a free radio, apparently. Back down to the second floor. Hang on. To the attic. Let's back to the first floor, I guess, because this was a no, nothing in there. Because that's flooded. The oven is full of gross, steamy swamp worms. Ugh. Let's see. In Parrige's father's house, there are many drawers. What about the sink? Bit efficient. Let's see, you caught an apple core. You toss it in your fish sack. Continue the fishing. Tan full of dirty water and... a chunk of gristle. Rifle through them. Let's see, dire corn holder, junk mail, match, sharpening stone. Oh, and one of the padlocks. Nice. One of the old fridges that people sometimes get locked into accidentally and asphyxiated. Oh wait, that's still old fridges these days. Maybe that's why it's padlocked. You got the recovered padlock. The fridge was empty of both expired food and expired hide-and-seekers. You do find a key inexplicably frozen in a block of ice, though. A key in a block of ice. Okay. See if there's anything good left of these dry goods. Can of fruit cocktail. Alright. Actually, I have an idea. Drop in the frozen key. You got recovered padlock and yep, got stuff. Hooray! Let's see, what have we missed? Let's see, do we have... Nothing too big and important right now. Nothing over here. As of yet. Well, let's see what unlocks over here anyway. Before we wrap up the episode. You see a plume of smoke coming from behind a nearby clump of trees and brush, and as you draw near, the sounds of ragged crackling and giggling can be heard. Oh, could it be a coven of real swamp witches? Sadly, no, but what you do find is possibly even weirder. A gang of scraggly-looking swamp hillbilly vampires tending a ratty old still. Oh, hi. You fellas cooking up a batch of corn? Nope. Rats. Ew. Of course, now that you're here, a whole nother recipe comes to mind. Let's see, magic up a solution. Let's go. I'm pretty sure you can't actually make booze out of blood. It wouldn't ferment. Why not? Blood sugar is a real thing. Yes, but it'd have to be so diabetic I would sweat pancake syrup. Look, maybe I could set you up with some more appropriate ingredients. A few quick mathematical calculations later, and you've opened a portal to the fruits and vegetables dimension and received a bushel of custom bright red ears of corn. There you go, blood corn. I made it by crossbreeding regular sweet corn with blood oranges. Well, heck, I reckon that solves our problem nicely. Thanks, fella. Don't mention it. Well, let's see. Empty safe. Oh, we can go on in. Search it. Oh, hang on. Ugh. The refrigerator hums with quiet menace, or maybe it's the motor. The only item inside is a sardine salad sandwich with in a cardboard box. The box is labeled "Adams Do Not Eat." Do eat. The sandwich smacks of something foul and deeply wrong, as if the food had rotten itself to punish your minor transgression. It reminds you of the story of your friend Eve, who ate a forbidden window display sandwich and is cast out from the Garden of Eden restaurant. Like Eve, you have tasted a forbidden sandwich and must face the consequences. Muscle and Moxie have gone down. Well played. The sign says take a bottle of bass oil. Yeah? Why, it's glued to the table. Bottles crate the whole thing. You even notice the reverse of the sign, which reads, if you can. Take the bottles. Huzzah! You break the bonds of the glue with a satisfying thwop. Take it to the speakeasy. And take the sign. There's a... Yeah, let's splash some water. Ah, that's better. You lose the effects of original sandwich. Fishing cats are slow to trust. The cat ignores your attempts to befriend it. Only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will win it over. Okay, the door is locked, making the room even more disappointing. The key fits snugly in the lock. So snugly you can't get it out, in fact, but it does its job nonetheless. Let's see. To-do betting testifies to the Tracy room's rigorous asceticism. One must purge body and mind of all comfort and distraction to achieve the hyper-focus of a bass fisherman. Let's see. Secret candies. A bass fisherman should not be vulnerable to such temptations. A blue slicker is the sole resident of the coat rack. Fierce rummaging yields a letter in the right pocket. The envelope appears unopened. You got Kathy's letter. A letter from Kathy Tracy addressed only to Dad. The post office will never be able to deliver it. The envelope isn't sealed. You slide it open with ease. Dad, all anyone cares about in this family is largemouth bass. Well, I'm sick of it. Ain't I a person? Ain't I deserving of being cared about too? I'm leaving, Dad, for a place where dreams are possible. You ain't never gonna find me because you don't know where that is. Love, Kathy. P.S. Hi to Mum. Largemouth Bath eyes peek through the slates in the lockers. Times are tough at Largemouth Bath & Sons and pillows are in short supply. The sparred mattress holds no secret. Look under the pillow. You've got an item, 16 teeth. Tooth Fairy skipped this swamp for a while. You're not supposed to be in this room. It's better if Adam doesn't see you leave through this door. Better for whom? Better for you. Nah, I'm going out. Hold a moment, how'd you get in that room? Curse key. Curse key? Well, give it a rest, alright? You're too young to be playing around with that sort of thing, I'm sure. Yes, sir. Whoops. Talk to him. Hey there. Wait, what is Kathy? Is she home? Not yet. Ugh. You need to see this. Adam Tracy pores over this letter, his brows sinking into deeper furrows with each line. Ain't never, ain't I? My friend, those are the vulgar contraptions of Occam's Gator. I didn't give Kathy a copy of Jane Eyre to have her contract in properly. No, this letter is obviously a ruse, friend. Occam's clumsy attempt to throw us off the scent. That's it. Face it, Tiger. Your daughter ran away from home. I'm yet to see any evidence of that. I found these teeth under... I found the company truck. Truck? Are you trying to say Tracy? Kath Tracy? No, but finding the truck may help us find Kathy. It will? Where is she then? I don't know yet. I see, so the truck may help us find her, or may not. It's looking more and more like Cassie ran away from home. Let's see, I ate your sandwich. No, you didn't. The one in the refrigerator is a decoy. He chuckles. No one's ever found the real thing. Found these teeth under a pillow. Yes, those are mine. You believe in the tooth fairy? No. I'll be on my way. Okay. He scans the horizon. I found the truck. Really? Where? Is she alright? Does she need anything? It's out of gas and something ate the engine. Let's go with she's out of gas and something ate the engine. Rats, I don't know where I'll find a new engine, and I really need that truck back. I left an egg sandwich on the passenger seat, and I'm afraid by now the egg will have hatched. Take it easy. You too. Okay. Boss says you saw him. Didn't ever tell the boss you wanted to hear. It's skids in these parts, alright? Do-do-do. Yeah, I guess no point there. Chapman's office. Talk to him. Found the company truck. You're meant to be finding the company's son, Tom Chapman. The truck is the key to finding the son. Is it? Then where's Tom? Let me get back to you on that. Take it from the old bass rebona. Try and do too much at once and your fish ends up looking like a porcupine. It's looking more and more like Tom ran away from home. Even if that's true, it doesn't matter. You'll find him and you bring him back. Yep, that young man has a responsibility to largemouth bass and sons. Let's see. Well, we're kind of in a dilemma, because it seems like the truck is important, but I'm not sure what. A flash of light cuts through the trees. The glare passes, then you see it, poking its head out above the canopy. A telescope. Why, you fancied yourself as telescope ever since you were a young boy. You'd press your nose to the window of the telescope shop for hours, until the proprietor would run out and threaten to tan your glutes with a tripod. And I still want a telescope. You've waited long enough, go and get your telescope. Yeah, let's go get the damn thing. Ah, it's a treehouse. But yeah, we'll continue another time. Until then, my name is Bright Ops. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.